beautiful day today. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're currently watching the man with political views and opinions that will always matter more than yours. The sexiest man alive in the universe's channel, and I'm back with another video once again. I did not go to Game 5 of the Rockets Warriors, so that's why you guys didn't see it. It was actually a pretty epic game, went down to the wire. Chris Paul goes down with an injury, and unfortunately he will not be able to attend Game 6 tonight. And I was reading the reports of how long he'll be out for. It said, like, if it's a mild strain, it's 2 to 10 days. If it's a medium strain, it's like 10 to 20. And if it's like a higher grade one, it could be months before he comes back. Blah, blah, blah. Either way, I really don't anticipate him at least not coming back for Game 6. If you ask me personally, without Chris Paul, there's no way we win this game. There's no way we win this series. I just don't see us getting very far without the help of CP3, because now teams are going to be looking to double in James Harden. Now, James Harden's not going to have anybody else who can come off the dribble and take that 18-foot shot or drive it in or take the three like Chris Paul does. Chris Paul's also good with spreading the court, moving the ball with ball distribution. Last game, he had 20 points, 8 assists, and like 6 rebounds. I mean, that guy is just phenomenal. And for him to go down with the hamstring injury, it's very unfortunate. I don't anticipate that the Rockets are going to win tonight. I got it going to a 7th game. And that might have, was able to bail the Golden State Warriors out. So now they actually have a chance to get back into this series. It's unfortunate that that had to happen, but, injuries are part of the game. So now I wanted to comment on the NFL new policy upon players requiring to stand if they go out to the field. They're not allowed to sit, but if they don't want to come out for the anthem, they can stay in the locker room. And if they come out, then they're required to stand. This is the issue. There's a lot of things that are for and against it. First of all, a lot of people have been saying that you're violating their constitutional rights, that they're expressing themselves through freedom of speech, through the fact that they're peacefully protesting, blah, blah, blah. Others will say, well, you're not supposed to do that on the workplace. One of my commenters said the other day, well, when does the actual work begin, right? As soon as the ball's kicked off, right? That's when they're actually at work. Are they considered at work before kickoff, or are they considered at work during kickoff? So that's a very good point that Shannon brought up the other day. I'll give you a shout out, girl, in my comment section the other day. Now, when this rule first came out, I was excited about it, obviously, because I had family members who served in the military. My grandfather served in the Korean War, United States Army, from 52 to 55. Was shot in the shoulder and shot in the leg by an enemy sniper, and he survived. And anyways, my uncle served in the 82nd Airborne for the state of North Carolina, and he was a paratrooper. My cousin also served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and also he served in he did 3 tours in Afghanistan. So I've had a long list of family members who have served. I had a cousin, Chip, who also served in the United States Marine. And I think he did 6 years of service with them. So I'm all for the troops. I understand that they give up their freedoms so that we can have ours. I understand from both sides of the fence here. They gave up their freedom so that we can express ours, right? Now, I understand that kneeling for the flag is a sign of disrespect to our country, but at the same time, the people who are kneeling are also saying that they're not disrespecting the troops, that they're doing it because of police brutality and all this other stuff. I can understand that. Some people say there's a time and place for them to do this, that they can do this off the clock. Some people are saying that they're not on the clock till kickoff. So I hear both sides of the argument, of the spectrum. I was happy for this rule at first, but then again, I'm really not, because it is their right to express their freedoms, even if I don't enjoy it and I don't agree with it. But if they go back in that locker room and don't come out, then NFL fans who support standing for the flag are going to be pissed anyway, because they're going to say, hey, this guy didn't come out. That's disrespectful. Remember when Pittsburgh did that? And then if you order them to stand, the people who are against that are not going to come to the games. So you got two sides now, right? Either way, they're going to be pissed. Either way, you're going to lose money. The NFL didn't want to listen to its fans at first, right? Until their bottom line was affected. Once the bottom line was affected, then they know, oh shit, we got to do something. Damage control. So they're trying to cater to probably about 65, 70% of their fans who are patriotic, which I understand that. But I still think you're going to lose money, because then you're going to have people that are saying it's freedom of speech and they're peacefully protesting, and that they're not at work until kickoff, till the ball's kicked. The anthem is before the game. Now they're saying, oh, I'm not going to go to the game. And then if the players stand in the back, the fans that support the flag are going to see that as a sign of disrespect. And then they're going to be pissed now. So I think either way, it's a lose-lose situation for the NFL. I don't think there's any way you can correct this rule. I think the NFL players had themselves to blame when they started the kneeling. Colin Kaepernick started it, and then everybody else started joining in, right? They have to blame themselves, because now they put politics in football. Sports should be a separate entity from politics. A lot of us work 9-to-5 jobs. A lot of us make minimum wage, while you guys were millionaires, might I add. We come home from stress, from paying bills, from supporting families, from everything. And we want to get away from politics. So we turn into ESPN. We turn into the NBA. We turn into the NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, Major League Soccer, the World Cup, whatever. We go to sports to get away from that. And all you guys did was bring that into the light, into the spectrum. I get it. You're using your freedom of speech. I understand. I get it. You're using your platform as an opportunity to speak up for those who can't speak for themselves. I get it. But there's a time and a place to do it, and kneeling for the flag, it solves nothing. What does it do? Your point you were trying to push, yeah, it came across a little bit, but nobody really talked about anything, about the issues going on in this country, right? That you wanted to get across. Now it's being pointed at you as being anti-American, anti-government, and a fascism, right? So you guys are being looked at as Antifa. You guys are being looked at as anarchists. So your plan and kneeling, you had nothing else to follow through. Now the finger's being pointed at you. I look at it like this. I would have never imposed this rule. This is why. Let the players kneel. Let them. And when they lose money, like they did last year, 17% decrease in ratings and lost revenue, let them kneel. When they lose that money, when fans stop showing up, the vastly majority of your fans are patriotic. When they stop showing up, don't bitch. That's all I gotta say. When you lose your money, the NFL's losing their bread, don't bitch. So if you're the players, you should be happy the NFL is imposing this rule, because they're trying to bring back the 70% of the fans that you lost. Because the majority of your fans are patriotic and they support the flag, even if we have differences on certain issues. All right? I'm not always going to agree with Trump on everything. I'm not always going to agree with Republicans on everything. There's a lot of things that Republicans do that I don't like. There's some things that I do that I do like. Hell, there's things that Democrats do that I like. There's things that they do that I don't like. That's what's beautiful about being a conservative, is you look at every side of the spectrum and say, that's right, but that's wrong. That's right, but that's wrong. I agree with this. I don't agree with that. I agree with this. I don't agree with that. Kneeling for the flag is, there's nothing criminally wrong with it. So go ahead and kneel. Go ahead. But if you lose money out of it, if you lose endorsements, you lose contracts, like Brandon Marshall did, the linebacker for Denver at the time, when he kneeled and some sponsors dropped him, whatever happens, happens. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear bitching. I don't want to hear moaning. I don't want to hear crying. Does Colin Kaepernick deserve a job in the NFL? Yes, he does. He's better than half the players on the field. The quarterbacks you got. But the problem is he's a PR nightmare from a business standpoint. You bring him to a team and he's still, doing that kneeling shit and trying to invoke other players to doing it, pushing the race card. All white people are racist, blah, blah. All he's going to do is push those fans away. Who do you think most of the majority of your fans that show up in the seats are? 70% of your fans are white. 75% of them are white in the stands. They're the ones coming and buying the tickets. At enormous prices, might I add. I'm just being honest. Majority of your fans that show up to the game are white, predominantly Caucasian. That's your demographics. That's your fucking meal ticket. That's your money. So when you do that, I'm not saying blacks and Spanish aren't patriotic, but I'm just saying a majority of your fans are white people that are patriotic, that are showing up to your games, that are spending and investing the money in those tickets. All right? The masses, the majority of them are. So you can kneel all you want. Go ahead. Don't bother me. But when you lose bread, you lose that money line, your bottom line is affected, don't come crying back to us. Oh, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. This was a straw that broke the camel's back, was the kneeling. But before the kneeling, when players were being crybabies, I don't have health care. I don't have health care. I'm not making enough money. Because they don't manage their money or save it. They blow it all off. Have to have the Bugatti. They have to have the mansion. You have to have the Tigers. You have to have this. Giving all your money away to your dumbass friends and family. Boom, boom, boom. Then you wonder why you're broke. Because you didn't manage your money. Then they say, I don't have health care. Motherfucker, you got free health care. I know Americans right now that have to pay out the pocket and they're poor. The NFL players have it good. You really do, and you don't realize it. You can get up, take a vacation whenever the fuck you want. You can go on a 1-month vacation, 2-month vacation. You're good. Your paper's good. You don't manage your money. That's why you're broke. I went all over with this video. It wasn't supposed to be that long. So let me go ahead and get up out of here. Go ahead and kneel. Don't show up. It's whatever. I don't care. I just want to watch football. But if it's going to become politics and you're going to push this politics agenda into football, you're going to have, with the action, there's a reaction. You know what I'm saying? So you lose money? Oh, well. Guess we'll have to find out and see what happens. If the NFL went out of business, personally, I wouldn't give a shit. It wouldn't even bother me. I'll just watch baseball and basketball. I don't care. Y'all are just a bunch of overpaid crybabies anyway, in my opinion. So anyways, I think I've said everything I had to say in this video. Until next time, you're currently watching the Sexiest Man Alive in the Universe's channel, where my opinion will always matter more than yours. Stay tuned for more videos. Till next time, I'm out.